Namaste everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the seeds. Many of us, we buy seeds from the market, we sow the seeds, but after waiting for a long time we see the seeds have not germinated. We might have gone wrong somewhere, that is why this step has not taken place properly. So today we'll be seeing everything step by step, how to start with the seeds. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is, when you buy the seeds, make sure you buy from a very reliable source or any of your friend who is a gardener. So make sure you source the seeds from there, or any agriculture or horticulture department in your area, so the reliability is there and the seeds are viable. Now suppose all these factors are not working for you, so you have to buy online seeds or the seeds which is available nearest to your place. So make sure you, before sowing the seeds, you check the viability of the seeds, that whether the percentage of germination is there or how much it is there. So you will come to know by doing a simple test with this. So suppose whatever seeds you have, there are the different kinds of seeds. Any seeds which you want to sow, just take some amount of those seeds and put it in a glass of water. Give a nice stir, okay, and just leave it aside for some time. So after suppose 15 to 20 minutes, you will see few seeds have settled down at the base of the glass and the few are floating on the top. So the seeds which are floating on the top, they are not going to germinate, or their germination percentage is very low. So better to discard those seeds and only concentrate on the seeds which have settled down. So this is a very simplest way of checking the germination percentage of your seeds. Now how to start? So the best method is to have any of the seed trays. These are available in different sizes in the market. Depending on your requirement, you can take smaller or bigger ones. Now the medium what we are going to use for the seed sowing is the coco peat. Just take coco peat and lightly fill the holes. Not necessarily all the pockets you have to fill. How many ever seeds you want to sow, those many pockets you fill. Okay, once this is filled, keep this aside. Now depending on the size of the seeds, just have a look here, depending on the size of the seeds, some seeds are really very tiny, some are medium size, some are little bigger. So depending on the size of the seeds, we are going to push the seed inside the coco peat. Now suppose I am taking the biggest seed, the beans one. So the rule is, how much ever the size of the seed is there, it has to go double the size inside the soil. Now as you know, this is a smaller size, so this can go very little, just a light pressure. Okay, now this is further smaller, so just take very light pressure and just tap it. Now after putting the seed, just pressure it lightly and again cover it with the coco peat and again press it lightly. Like this you can fill all the pockets and then your seed tray is ready. But one thing people forget, that while sowing the seeds, we remember the name of the seeds because it was written on the packet, but after sowing we forget. So it's better whenever you sow the seeds, you take any of the labeling, ice cream sticks or these kind of sticks or anything, just write the name of the seed and then put it next to it, so that once they'll start germinating, you'll know which pocket what seed you have sown. Okay, now once you have pressed it nicely, label it and then take a bottle, put some holes on its cap and gently water your pockets with these. Okay, If possible, just put a thin cloth over this, or if your tags are little smaller, you can have these kind of a trays also to cover the thing. If not this, because your labeling tags, if they are bigger, you can just over this you can put a thin sheet of cloth just to give a greenhouse kind of an effect to the seeding tray. Then germination germination will be better if they are covered for a day or two. And now this is the time when we have to keep it in a place where it is little shady area, either in our balcony or in a terrace. Make sure it should not come to the direct sunlight area for a couple of days. Now this stage is over. Now after couple of days, we'll see that few seeds have started germinating. Very small, you can see tiny ones are there. So at this stage also we have to water very gently. You are not going to use any mugs or any pipes to water them. Very gently you have to water in each pockets. Now when you see this germination, this is the time when we can shift our trays from a dark place to a place where little sunlight comes. Okay, so now this stage is also over. Now after 1 week to 10 days, you will see all your seeds, whichever seeds you have sown, they have grown really nice. This is the time when we can shift it to a little sunny area, but then also you have to control on watering because the stems are really weak. If we do the watering with a too much pressure, then they might wilt. Okay, now after this stage, the next stage comes is the transplanting stage. Now many people, they do the mistake, once the seeds germinates and they reach in this stage only, they pull it and they transplant it, but after a day or two the plant dies. Now if you see closely this, in this only 2 leaves you can see, these are the true leaves. After these true leaves you should have minimum 2 set of leaves. That is the right stage to transplant any of the saplings. Now in this, if you see properly, this is the true leaves, these ones. After that 2 sets of leaves are there. These are the true leaves, now 2 leaves. Now this is the stage when I can transplant my sapling to my bigger pot. Now whichever day I am planning to transplant it, 1 day prior to it, I will stop watering to this tray. Why? Because if watering is not there, it is easier for me to take out the sapling with the complete soil. So if you can see properly how nicely the root formation has happened. Now in whichever pot, the bigger one, we have to sow this, it is easier for us to take it out. Never pull your sapling from here. Suppose you have watered it, it will be very difficult for you to take it out from the tray. So the time you are applying too much pressure in pulling this out, this might rupture your xylem and phloem of the plant, and later even if it will grow, it will not be a healthy plant. So very carefully you to transplant, or if it is little difficult to pull it from here, kindly pull it from here. It comes out very smoothly. So make sure, check the seeds viability depending on their size. You sow the seeds, the depth of the seed you have to sow the seeds depending on the size of the seed. The depth you have to go down. Then watering, you have to be very careful. Initial stages, it has to be in shady area, then light sunny place, and then fully sunny area. And once all the 4 sets of leaves are developed, that is the right time to transplant your sapling to a bigger pot. Thank you very much for joining me. Keep watching. Many more things are there to be learned. So thank you very much. Namaste. Bye bye.